it's Tara here with another book talk. This is the third in the series, and as you saw on the title screen, it's about, let me get the book up here, The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. Now you heard the music that was playing while I was showing this picture of the book, and I want you to let you know, if that music was emotional to you, this book is 10 times more than that. Hey, it's even 100 times more emotional than that. It's a book. It's a true masterpiece in my opinion because the literary language with the grammar and the sentence structures, it has flowing flashbacks that give you history of why the story's taking place, why the characters are acting a specific way. And it has very smooth storytelling with terrific transitions. You don't realize you're turning the page. You don't realize you're reading a new chapter. It's all a continuation of another. And it's just a masterpiece. And each chapter is from a different character's point of view. There are 4 main characters in this book, and it's Ronnie. She's the girl, the main character that we experience this whole story by. It's about her life as a teenager after her parents get divorced, and she becomes to despise her father, and she doesn't talk to her father for 3.5 years. So her mother decides that it's about time for her to make up with his father because it might be the last chance she will ever have to do so. Because of medical conditions of the father, which I won't spoil for you guys here, but the medical conditions of the father is quite devastating. Regardless, Ronnie goes to his father's place for the summer, and while Ronnie is there, she meets the other characters, one of which is Marcus. He's the bad boy, tends to get Ronnie in trouble a lot, and he's a very bad influence. And the other character is Will. Will now turns out to become, Will and Ronnie hit it off. They end up being lovers, and very much in love, and the book is a story of Ronnie and her dad's Steve relationship, about unconditional love of parents for the children, about forgiving your parents for whatever harm they may have done to you, or whatever they've done that upset you, even if it wasn't your best interest. And it's a story of love, again, between Ronnie and Will, of that young love that can progress to be something even more than anyone could ever imagine. And lastly, it's a story of God, about having faith. Because through Steve's perspective, you see the way he views the world and how religious he has come to be through his music and being very close relations with the church right next door to his house. And I don't know, it's a great read. I would definitely recommend you picking it up, and you don't have to take my word for it. It says it's right there. It's the #1 New York Times bestseller. And you gotta read it. You know, like, it's #1. I'm telling you to read it. They're telling you to read it. Gotta listen to somebody here. But when you do read it, please have a box of tissues nearby. Because halfway through the book, it gets really deep and emotional when it discusses the relationship of Ronnie and Steve being her dad. And it's a roller coaster because Steve is gonna die. It's not a spoiler, don't worry, it's not gonna ruin the book for you. It's kind of evident from the very start. But Steve is gonna die, but seeing the story unfold as Ronnie's point of view, seeing that she has a final chance to be with his father and reconnect is very painful because we've all lost loved ones. And it just strikes a chord because it just makes you think your parents will always be there with you. The people you know today may not be here tomorrow. Your friends, your husband, your wife, your lover, your father, your parents, your sisters, your brothers even. And the story of detachment hits hard for everyone. But I hope you enjoy it. Come back again. I'll have another book review, and it's a secret what book I'll be reading. Keep in tune for that one. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Say my name, say